Before Sunrise is a film that explores the way that the mundane everyday is given life by random individuals and human interaction. The film showcases everyday life in its lifelike and human style that is created by the endearingly human dialogue and acting performances, as well as the simple use of long, lingering shots that focus on conversation rather than style. As Xavier states, the cinematographic techniques imbue a sense of real time in the film that create a kind of aesthetic immediacy, highlighting the way that the film depicts the realistically spontaneous and awkward nature of everyday life. Meanwhile, Rita Felsky states that everyday life simply is, indisputably, the essential, taken-for-granted continuum of mundane activities that frames our forays into more esoteric or exotic worlds. Depicting this very way that mundanity is given romance and life through random human interactions, we follow the two main characters on a spontaneous and unspectacular trip that is made beautiful by those that they encounter. There are so many examples of these encounters throughout the film, whether it be the riverside poet, the street dancers, or the palm reader. However, two instances from the film seem most significant. Arriving in Vienna after their spontaneous idea, there's a very real moment of awkwardness as their situation sets in. They are lacking inspiration and realise their idea was a highly romanticised one, with the realistically awkward situation emphasised when they ask a local man for ideas, and he wonders what they expected to find in the city. An example of the realistic dialogue and the lingering wide shots that create a plain and everyday feel to the image of the film. This moment highlights the mundanity of everyday life on display throughout. However, life and romances return to the situation as the two men open up about their absurd play about a cow, dispelling the awkwardness and temporarily removing the mundanity from the everyday moment. Significant in its nature as the springboard moment for the couple's night in the city, this is one example of how the film depicts everyday life and the way a simple human interaction can inject new energy into the dullness. This idea is also really the basis for the entire film. On the train in the beginning, the characters' mundane situations are flipped, due to both the loud German couple arguing, bringing Celine and Jesse together, but also Celine and Jesse's shared decision to strike up a conversation with each other. The couple were in an entirely mundane and unspectacular situation, as Jesse makes clear when he describes his dull spell of staring out train windows while Eurorailing. This is ultimately just another example in the film of how simple human interactions can entirely change the mundane everyday, with this idea being the driving force of the narrative among the realistic and imperfect everyday dialogue and acting.